back to SkywayTj, everybody, and today I'm going to be discussing my April 2024 and all of the media I consumed. We're going to go through all the movies I watched, a few television series I did manage to complete, and the very lacking amount of trophies and platinums I achieved this month. Let's hop into it. Alright, ripping the band-aid off on trophies first because there's not a lot this month. I only got one platinum trophy. And when I did the math, I'm supposed to average around 3 to 4 if I'm going to hit 100 this by the end of the year. So, very bad. But this month was very busy for me, kind of crazy. A lot of shit's going on. But, you know, I'll catch up, hopefully. But yeah, I got one platinum. It was for Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I didn't know anything about that game at all until I started playing it. It gets crazy. It's pretty much a creepypasta. It is not what you expect at all. I somehow did not know the lore behind this game, and yeah, that was a crazy platinum. Very creepy. I don't regret it. Up next, we'll do TV. I watched 2 series. The first one was Avatar: The Last Airbender. This has been a long time coming. I've been watching it for like on and off for a few months now, and I finally finished it, and yeah, I fully understand the hype of this damn show. The whole team of Team Avatar is so good together. The voice acting so good. The animation is really good for a kid's show, and for a kid's show, it tells a complete story. I really like that. I'm gonna be doing a top 10 Avatar episodes, I think, in a couple weeks. Yeah, really liked Avatar: Last Airbender. I'm very glad I finally finished it. I don't know when I'm gonna watch Legend of Korra, but I probably will. The other TV show I watched is a quick one. I watched Smiling Friends because I kept seeing clips of it on Twitter, and I was like, what the hell is this creepy-ass looking show? Then I watched it on Max. Yeah, that show's funny as fuck. It's disturbing. The animation's creepy. I love creepy, weird shit like that. Definitely worth the laughs. Yeah, Smiling Friends, absolutely absurd show, but a very fun time to watch. Alrighty, it's time to hop into the movies of the month. My favorite form of media to consume is film. So we're going to start off. I watched Monkey Man as my first movie of April. Monkey Man, it's being compared to John Wick a lot. It's Dev Patel. It's set in India. It's telling this revenge story of Dev Patel's character going to kill someone. It's awesome. It was very fun to watch. If you like action movies with really great fighting choreography, Monkey Man is definitely up your alley. It's very good. Dev Patel has apparently been fighting for years to get this movie made. He pretty much funded it himself, from what it seems like. He did a lot of the heavy lifting of this. He broke a lot of bones filming it. It's very well worth it. It's probably one of the best movies this year. I think it's up there for me, 100%. It's very good. After that, I watched The Omen from the 70s. I had plans to watch all of the Omen movies before the first Omen came out, but then I didn't watch any of the other ones, and then I also didn't watch the new one that came out, so I have to watch that later this year. But that Omen movie from the 70s, I can understand why it's like a cult classic, but for me, I don't really understand like why people like it that much. The movie is fine. There are creepy moments, but from what I gathered researching it, I thought it was about a creepy like kid movie, like Damien's a little shit and he's the one causing people harm and shit. But no, Damien doesn't even know what he's doing. Like, he is the Antichrist, yeah, but he doesn't know that he's the Antichrist. He's a kid. There's just weird shit happening around him, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna watch the other ones. We'll see. I'll probably watch the new one that comes out, but I don't know. Next up, we watched Civil War. This is the new Alex Garland movie from A24. I think it's their biggest budget movie too, so good for A24. This movie takes the premise of you're following a bunch of photojournalists in America who are going through a civil war, and shit's crazy. The photojournalists don't take either side, because like when I went into this movie, I thought it was going to be a whole lot of harping about politics and shit, and there's a little bit of that. But for the most part, since we're following these journalists who they don't have a bias towards either side, really, it doesn't seem like, you kind of don't get any of that, and you just get to see how fucked up war is and how getting the perfect shot and all this crap is, like, how photojournalists really manage to be very important in swaying public opinion and shit like that. It's a weird movie to try to pin down and explain. I think everybody in it did amazing, and I think it's a very good movie. It seems to be a bit divisive amongst people who don't really, they like either don't understand the point of the movie, or they just were expecting something different. It's fine either way. I really enjoyed it, and I think more people should see it. For my movie club this year, or for my movie club this month, actually, April was comedy month, so therefore we started watching comedies, obviously. And somebody picked The Big Lebowski. I know this movie's been out for years, and I've never seen it, so I was very happy somebody picked it. This movie is great. It's hilarious. I love the dude. I want to be more like the dude in my everyday life. Yeah. Everything people were saying about this movie is great. I love how fucking unhinged John Goodman's character is. It's a very fun movie, and I also relate to the dude in the fact that a rug really does bring the room together. I just bought a rug, and yes, I can 100% agree. I would also do all these things if somebody fucked up my rug. Next up, we have Radio Silence's new horror movie, Abigail. This is a movie about a vampire little girl. It's based off Dracula's daughter. Vampire little girl who hunts down and kills a bunch of people that end up kidnapping her. There's a whole twist and everything at the end. It's great. Radio Silence really knows how to make great horror movies. They did Ready or Not from a few years ago, and then they did Scream 5 and 6. They know what they're doing, and they really, really enjoy blowing people up. It's... If there's an opportunity for somebody to explode in a movie into gallons of blood, Radio Silence will do it. I love their method of making movies, the comedy angle mixed with horror. It's all very good, all very gory. Very, very enjoyable. Abigail, must see. Also this month I decided I needed to catch up on the Planet of the Apes movies since there's a new one coming out in a week. And I started with, I haven't seen any of them, so I started with Planet of the Apes from 1968. Full stop, when I go into older movies, there's always a part of me that's hesitant that it's not going to be like, I'm not going to enjoy it that much because it's quote unquote old. But I can honestly say this movie was great. I really enjoyed the set decoration, and the costume design for being from the 60s is pretty damn good. You could see the human's mouth inside like the ape cosmetics sometimes, but it's fine. It's a movie of its time. And for somehow, I have never known the twist at the end of this movie that, I mean, spoiler alert if you care about a fucking old-ass movie like this, but they were on Earth the whole time. I really did think they were on a different planet or something. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the first Planet of the Apes, and then I started watching the sequels. Yeah, so following that vein, I watched Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which came out like a year or two after the first one. This movie is batshit insane. The first part of it is pretty much the Planet of the Apes again. Like, it follows the exact same structure. An astronaut crash lands on the Earth, and then they get kidnapped by the apes, yada 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 hula. But then it just goes into crazy territory where he finds an underground sanction of humans that survive the nuclear blast and are like mutants and can like use telepathy and telekinesis to hurt people and shit. Like, it just gets weird as hell. They worship a nuke, and then at the end of the movie, they just blow up the entire Earth, and then the movie ends and it just fades to white. I was like, could you imagine they try to end a movie like that, like in this day and age? That's crazy. Like, and which also led me to believe, like, how the fuck are there sequels to this if they blew up the world? I found out. Then in comedy month, somebody picked Freelance, which was that John Cena movie that came out last year. I didn't really like this one at all. It tries its best to be funny, but at the end of the day, it's just nothing's really working here, and it just feels lazy and kind of boring. And that's kind of wild because I think this is the same director who did Taken. And Taken's great. Like, the action parts are fine, but like, I don't know, the comedy wasn't hitting, and I just didn't enjoy it, and that's unfortunate because I like John Cena and Alison Brie, but you know, can't all be bangers. But the last movie I watched in April was Escape from the Planet of the Apes. This is the third movie in the original 5 movie series of the Planet of the Apes. This one follows the 2 ape characters, Zira and Cornelius, that we met in the previous 2 installments as they... So while the Earth was exploding in the last movie, these 2 went up into space and they watched the Earth explode, and then they accidentally time traveled back to like the 1970s, and now they're in the world. It's like a reverse of the first movie where now they're not in control, and the humans are actually smart because it's the past. Blah blah blah. And there's this whole thing where like they warn them the Earth is gonna be extinct one day, and yada yada. There's just all this conflict. Yeah, this one's better than Beneath the Planet of the Apes. It's still a weird story. I really like that they focused on Zira and Cornelius because they're great. They're fun characters to follow. It's just, you know, these movies are interesting. They always try something new in each one, and I like that. So yeah, Well, that was everything that I watched and consumed and played in the month of April 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe for more. I make videos every single week. Next week, I will be doing a ranking of the Planet of the Apes movies. As soon as I see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I'm coming home and filming a ranking of all, what is it? There's 5 and 6, 9, like 10 movies. So that'll be a fun little thing to do. I hope to see you guys then. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.